Over the past few years, Qatar's startup ecosystem has seen significant growth for e-commerce applications. You've seen some truly disruptive ideas and some creative ideas that digitize conventional ways of doing things to make everyone's lives easier. I'm your host, Syed Murtaza, and welcome to another episode of Startup of the Month. In this exclusive segment, we bring you passionate entrepreneurs, their success stories, and their contribution to the ecosystem of Qatar. This segment is brought to you by 360 Nautica, a venture builder and ecosystem enabler that helps budding entrepreneurs grow their startups from the incubation phase all the way till they reach their full potential. Now, online grocery shopping has seen significant growth over the past few years. Thanks to the pandemic, it has completely changed our consumption patterns and preferences. Now, the old stores are here to stay. There will always be those people who wish to feel, touch, and see their groceries before they buy it. However, the pandemic has given rise to an entirely new type of consumer. There are now those who wish to save time and avoid crowded areas, and they prefer to shop online from the safety and convenience of their homes, workplace, or even while they're on the move. Now, Jeeb is an app that derives its name from its Arabic meaning, which means to bring. It utilizes a stellar user experience, predictive analytics, and artificial intelligence to simplify online grocery shopping for its users. To tell us more about this innovative startup, we have the founder of Jeeb, Mr. Bashar Jaber, with us today. Thank you so much for joining us. It is an absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so let's begin with our interview with the first question. When did the thought of Jeeb first come to you?
It was summer 2019. I remembered that my parents needed to get some groceries and we had some other plans. And that took too much out of their day. And I realized that we don't have a service that is fulfilling enough for us to do online grocery shopping. Obviously that changed with other competitors coming on the market, but we did have an idea of specialization and we're there to implement that.
All right. So since you began, what were some of the major challenges that you faced and how did you go about resolving them?
I mean, when you start a company, you sort of have to manage all departments and tackle all sorts of issues. So our biggest barrier, or my biggest barrier in the beginning, was to find a technical team that was adequate enough for me to manage and understand what it is that I'm trying to accomplish here. So that was the first thing. And the second thing would be making the right hiring decisions.
All right. So what exactly is it that makes your app, the Jeeb app, unique?
Well, first of all, we specialize. So, we always use the biryani and pizza example, which, it's a proven rule that states if you had two restaurants that you wanted to pick and one served biryani and the rest served all sorts of things, including biryani, which one would you go for if you wanted biryani? And people would say, well, I'll just take the one that does biryani because it specializes. So we get into specialization. That's the first thing. And the way our technology focuses on the front user experience.
All right, so could you expand a bit more on your business model?
So yeah, I could talk about how our business model differs. So in today's market, we have around three models or two models of online grocery stores, and that's a multi-vendor model. So you have applications like Talabat, and they sort of tell you to pick from which vendor your grocery comes from. And then we have a single vendor that is, that is like Carrefour, they're their own vendor. And then we have vendor free, which is Jeeb. So that's the business model that we've come up with, which seems to be on the modern side of groceries.
All right. So what exactly is your process of delivery,
So, we are in our early days right now, and so we do time slots, and we don't just do it out of weakness of logistics. We don't do any of that. We do that because we believe that people should be on a specific schedule for groceries. For example, when I studied in Australia, I realized that I didn't need my heavy-duty groceries in the next 30 minutes. I could just plan them for 7 p.m. tomorrow. So we're trying to regulate the way people shop as well.
All right. So who exactly, what are the people, the target market for your app? What is the target?
At the end of the day, groceries serve everybody, and they do not only serve people, but restaurants and businesses. So we plan to tackle every market. Obviously, you can't please everybody, but in the end of the day, Jeeb is looking to be the family solution and the individuals living alone solution as well, where you don't have to spend time on grocery shopping anymore. All
right. So how is, the Qatar's startup ecosystem, has been to you? Has it helped you? Has it been challenging? What it's been like?
It's been challenging. We growing up as kids, we grow up watching a lot of foreign businesses take off, and we get inspired by them and want to do the same in our countries. But we are a bit different when it comes to startup cultures, and it's a bit harder trying to explain that a software or an application can one day take off and become a unicorn. So that's where the support is usually lacking.
All right. So approaching the end of our segment, I mean, what would be some key advice that you would like to give to budding entrepreneurs, having gone through your own journey?
I wouldn't say I'm at the pinnacle of my entrepreneurship at the moment. I am still taking advice. I'm still learning every day. But I've learned a lot, and I could definitely say that I've realized why 99.9% of businesses fail, and that's due to lack of resilience, getting back up, trying to fight the opportunities, especially being at such a young age. You just have to fight the business side of things and the financial side of things and the cultural side of things. So I would say if you're willing to do it, just go in and fight like it's the last day of your life.
All right. So, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being here and, answering our questions and elaborating on your app.
Thank you.
We wish you all the success in the world with Jeeb and its bright future. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Mr. Jaber's startup has made it easier for us to shop for groceries from the comfort of our homes. Their proprietary AI software and revolutionary features allow their users to make grocery lists on the fly during their busy schedules. Later, they can use these lists for a faster and easier shopping experience. We'll be back next month with more startup success stories. Until then, do follow 360 Nautica and Qatar Day on our Facebook and Instagram pages. And don't forget to subscribe to the Qatar Day's YouTube channel as well.